What's going on? Mitchell Renz here from Chat Sports, and you're watching NFL Daily. I'm going to take you through the 49ers 2019 schedule. The biggest thing for the Niners, they need to be able to have Jimmy Garoppolo playing all 16 games. Because, let's face it, he has struggled to stay healthy. 17 touchdowns his entire career. Well, let's talk about some players that the 49ers have added. Tevin Coleman, a solid running back from the Falcons. Dee Ford, a great edge rusher, Kwon Alexander. Now, they did lose Pierre Garçon as a wide receiver, but they do have some talented young options like a Dante Pettis to be able to fit in for Pierre Garçon. Also, the 49ers added Earl Mitchell. So let's look at this 49ers opening schedule. Week 1 at the Buccaneers. New head coach Bruce Arians. I'll be interested to see how the 49ers do against this air raid offense. Week 2 against the Bengals. Week 3 versus the Steelers. Then they get an early Week 4 bye. I don't know about you and me. I would hate to have a Week 4 bye. And then Week 5 versus the Browns on Monday Night Football. If I'm the 49ers, I want to at least have 2 wins out of that group. Week 6 at the Rams. Going up against the defending NFC champions. Tough game. Week 7 at the Redskins. Week 8 versus the Panthers. How's Cam Newton's shoulder looking? If he's healthy, this is going to be a tough game for the 49ers. And then Thursday Night Football against the Cardinals. Kyler Murray, Jimmy Garoppolo. Come on, do I need to say more? Week 10, again, Monday Night Football against the Seattle Seahawks. You want to go up against Russell Wilson, highest paid quarterback in the NFL. Jimmy G, Russell Wilson. 2 teams that are really trying to battle it out. It'll be a good game. Cardinals, Packers, Ravens, rounding out 10 through 13. But here are the last 4 games for the 49ers. At the Saints, in New Orleans. Drew Brees at home, that's a tough matchup. The Falcons, another team. If they can stay healthy, the Falcons last year, 7-9. Week 16 versus the Rams. And then rounding out their 2019 schedule is Week 17 at the Seahawks. So, everyone who's watching the show right now, I'm going to ask you guys this question. Predict the 49ers record. How many wins are they going to have? How many losses are they going to have? The 49ers last year, only 4 wins. They want to get that winning season. I want to see what Kyle Shanahan can do. I want to see what Jimmy Garoppolo can do in a full 16-game season. Let me hit you with this. If Jimmy G can play all 16 games, I think they have a legit shot of being above 500. They have a lot of good pieces there on offense. They're building that defense, a young wide receiver core. So I want you guys to predict the 49ers record. And if you're bold enough to say the 49ers are going to win the Super Bowl or make the playoffs, put your money where your mouth is. Go to MyBookie, chatsports.com/MyBookie. Use the promo code for 100% deposit bonus. If you put down $100, they're going to give you $100 for free. You're going to put down $200, $200 for free. Ready for this one? $300, guess how much? $300 for free. MyBookie has hooked up Chat Sports and NFL Daily with an unbelievable deal, so you better jump on it. Use that promo code ChatNFL at chatsports.com/MyBookie. Okay, let's get the schedule rolling here a little bit more. At the Buccaneers, Week 1. For me and you, this should be a big-time win for the 49ers. Week 2 at the Bengals, another win. So you're starting off 2-0, which means then you got to go up against the Pittsburgh Steelers in Week 3. I would imagine the 49ers at this point are 2-0. And the Steelers last season, 9-6-1, but they did miss the playoffs. You're also going to be without Antonio Brown. They know they're going to be without Le'Veon Bell. Can the 49ers slow down James Conner? But last season, Ben Roethlisberger led the league in passing yards. So can Jimmy Garoppolo, who didn't even hit 3,000 passing yards, yes, he was injured, can he keep up with that Steelers offense? 65.4% completion percentage, 17 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Jimmy Garoppolo, I think, is the straw that stirs this drink. I think I said that right. And if he can play all 16 games, he should easily have over 4,000 yards. He should be around 30 touchdowns. He is a great quarterback. It's why the 49ers went out and got him. Okay, after the game against the Steelers, then they get that Week 4 bye. Personally, I would be pretty upset if I was a team that had a Week 4 bye. But also, you're going up against the Browns in Week 5 on Monday Night Football. This gives you the ability to game plan for Baker Mayfield, for OBJ, for Nick Chubb. A tough game there. Let's go to Week 6 now for the Rams, at the Rams. The Rams last year, 13-3. Jared Goff, what's Todd Gurley's knee looking like? If the 49ers want to prove that they are the best team in that division, Week 6 at the Rams is a game that you need to win. Week 7 at the Redskins. Dwayne Haskins, I'm not ultimately too worried about him. I think Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be able to take care of business against Dwayne Haskins, Case Keenum, Colt McCoy, whoever's the starting quarterback. Then you got Week 8 versus the Carolina Panthers. This is another game that I think the 49ers should be able to take care of. The 49ers rushing numbers in terms of last year, Matt Breida led the team. Alfred Morris, no longer on the team. Jeff Wilson, Raheem Mostert. The name that I really want to see this year, Jerick McKinnon. What happened to Jerick McKinnon last season? He tore his ACL. Unfortunately, I think he could be a solid player this year. But Tevin Coleman, if Tevin Coleman's not the leading rusher on the 49ers in 2019, I will be very, very surprised. Because if they want to be able to control teams and keep Kyler Murray on the sideline, you need to be able to run the football. It's not always up to just Jimmy Garoppolo. Thursday night football against the Cardinals. The 49ers, I understand this game is in Arizona, but from top to bottom, the 49ers need to be able to beat this team. I think Kyler Murray's a good quarterback, but you need to be able to beat the Cardinals. I mean, come on, they were the worst team in the NFL last year. Now, here's another key game, Week 10 after that Thursday night game. You're going to get 10 days. 10 days to prepare for Russell Wilson. Last season, the Seahawks, they had the most rushing yards in the league. Chris Carson, over 1,000 yards. What's Rashad Penny going to be able to do? I want to see how this 49ers team really tries to either speed up the game against the Seahawks or if they're going to try to slow it down. I think what they need to do is try to actually make Russell Wilson throw the football a little bit more because the Seahawks receivers, stinko. Absolutely stinko. You know who doesn't stink? Us. So subscribe. Subscribe to the 49ers only channel, chatsports.com/49ers. Who likes the 49ers? I would imagine you do since you're watching this video. And if you want to join a YouTube-only channel, chatsports.com/49ers, devoted to just only 49ers fans. If you hate the Raiders, if you hate the Rams, this is a channel for you, chatsports.com/49ers. Let's keep the schedule rolling here. We're going to go now into Week 11 versus the Cardinals. I think the 49ers should be able to take care of business against the Cardinals. Both of those weeks and the Seahawks, that's going to be an interesting game. But if you can get the win against the Cardinals, maybe you can get the right mojo going Week 12 versus the Packers. Jimmy Garoppolo, Aaron Rodgers. This is going to be a fun game. Aaron Rodgers grew up as a 49ers fan. A lot of people don't know that. So if Jimmy G really wants to prove himself that he is an elite quarterback, what better way to do it than beating up against Aaron Rodgers? And I'll say this. The Green Bay Packers, they do have a new head coach, Mike McCarthy. It was time for him to go. Aaron Rodgers last year, only 25 touchdowns. I have a feeling this Green Bay Packer team, sure they were 6-9-1, they're going to be a lot better this upcoming season. Week 13 at the Ravens, Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson set the NFL record for most rushing attempts by a quarterback, and he started playing in Week 11. Mind-blowing. Also, all reports are, Week 13 against the Ravens, is that Lamar Jackson this entire offseason has looked much, much better. Remember, he won the Heisman. I'm interested to see how the 49ers defense, if D Ford can get after Lamar Jackson. Week 14 against the Saints. You want to prove that you are a legit playoff caliber team. You want to be a Super Bowl caliber team. If you can walk in to the Superdome and beat Drew Brees, Alvin Kamara, Michael Thomas, man, that guy's a rich man. I'm telling you what, you can win that game, I'm on board. 49ers, I'm on board. But the only way that you're going to be able to compete with Drew Brees is if you can keep up with them on offense. George Kittle, I'm not worried about. George Kittle set the NFL record for most receiving yards by a tight end last year, 1,377. But I don't have to tell you this, they didn't have another wide receiver have over 500 receiving yards. Look for Dante Pettis to step up. Look for Marquise Goodwin, who has legit track speed to be able to stretch the field. But George Kittle, he's their main option in the passing game. And if you want to be able to compete against the NFC South, like the Falcons, you need to be able to chuck the ball. Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, who I would actually argue is probably one of the best receivers, if not the best receiver in the NFL. How are they going to be able to stack up against the Falcons? The Falcons have 13 of 16 games in a dome this year. This is one of the games that they will not be in a dome. So look for the 49ers to actually be able to take advantage and I think win this game pretty easily because the Falcons, Matt Ryan, his entire track record, has not been able to play outside of the dome. And also, Tevin Coleman revenge game, heck yeah. Week 16 versus the Rams. Jared Goff, Todd Gurley. This is the time last year where we saw Todd Gurley fall off a little bit. The 49ers need to be able to, I think, keep that Rams offense off the field. last season the Rams actually had the most 2-touchdown leads entering the fourth quarter. Let's see what this team looks like because the Rams did not look so good in the Super Bowl. Week 17 at the Seahawks is against Russell Wilson. This, I think, will be at the time of the year where we're like, all right, who's going to be in the playoffs? This could be a deciding factor who wins the division and who's going to be making the playoffs. This game, don't be surprised. If they win, 49ers are in. If they lose, they're out, which is exactly why I'm going to ask you guys this question. Will the 49ers make the playoffs in 2019? So type Y for yes, and I think this is sign language for no, right? And for no. Will the 49ers make the playoffs in 2019? Type Y for yes or type N for no.